thanks to you, a dream came forth after I had a conversation to another prophet, and I guess the Lord wanted to warn them about this wicked entity as well. He's really trying to spread the word through multiple ministries to warn as many of his people as he can before the deception ensues.
Sherry?
Yeah.
Your caller's back.
And we know what's coming, folks. Okay, go ahead and put him on.
Sherry, it's Joe again.
Okay, how's your connection this time?
Yeah. How do you spell NESARA right off the bat? Can you tell me how that's spelled?
It's the National Economic Security Administration Act. It's NESARA. NESARA.
NESARA. Okay, got it.
Yeah. NESARA.us is their official site. They also have other sites like white/nights911.com.
You know, a friend of mine about, 6 months ago, just an internet friend that I came across, and we've been friends ever since. She was introduced me to that NESARA site. I'd never even heard of it until she brought it to my attention, and I kind of looked over some of the stuff, and it looks really inviting. It looks real intriguing.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like something that, it sounds great, like the whole country, the whole world needs it.
Oh, yeah, those bananas.
and until you brought it up, I had no clue what they were about, and it only makes perfect sense. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, the lady that you were just speaking with, the woman up in Canada?
Yeah.
She brought up David Icke's name a couple times, and although I bought some of his stuff and I've watched it, and I haven't read any of his books, I don't know how much more detail he goes into it. But when some of the stuff that really turned me off, and I don't know where this guy stands, but when he starts referring to Jesus Christ as the Son,
well, he's basically agnostic or an atheist.
Yeah, because the literal Son he's talking about. He talks about the prophets being the planets. I'm sorry, not the prophets, Jesus' followers. The sons, the followers being the planets, and the sons, the planets rotate around the sun. And that's he's saying instead of that's a metaphor for the sun, the sun that gives us life.
Well, he gets his information from channeling. I know there's a lot of people that just discredited him totally. I guess when he first came out, he made some kind of announcement that he was the Son of God.
Who did?
David Icke.
No way. Really?
And then he rescinded that.
Yeah, I heard him say that he had. I heard him say that he had some big, mission that he was talked to by some voice. Well,
now he's just gone to the fact where he's channeling this information from the aliens. Just another channeler where he gets a lot of his information.
So what's up with David Icke? What's the bottom line in your opinion?
Oh, the bottom line is he's not one of the Lords.
That's what I was.
He would be a tremendous asset because he has such a huge following. If he would be.
Amen. That's exactly. It dawned on me before I even saw that. But when I saw that, because I bought something on eBay with regard was it Free Yourself or Freedom Road? That's what it was. Yeah, I'm free to be me. I don't know what it is. Yeah. And I have his information on my website. I have some of his information on my sites because some of his information is good that no one else would have. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff what he talks about. You have to chew the grass and spit out the hay, but you have to understand and use discernment that he's not of the Lord. He doesn't get his information from the Lord. Right. He gets his, posting his stuff on your website is tantamount to posting something from Nancy Tate and the Zeta Freaks. I'm not that smart to be doing that kind of thing. And so, you just have to look through what he's saying, and he's very agnostic. You can't. He's been turned off of churchianity, and you can't blame him on that aspect. But you can't throw out the baby with the bathwater. In this case, being redemption. And the Messiah, the whole reason for the bathtub to begin with, you can't throw it all out just because there's a bunch of hypocritical people out there that claim religion every time they want to go to war. Right. And every time they want to war and make money, they use the Lord's name. Deception and money. Now, the lady before that was talking with you, she seemed to praise David Icke. Well, yeah. Well, she was talking about she had all his books and was talking to him in a glorified light. Yeah. Well, she's pretty much new. Into figuring out which side she's going to be on. I think she's finally chosen. It's the Lord's. Well, I think she definitely wants to be on the Lord's side. Wants to be on the Lord's side, and she needs to be careful. And she'll grow now. I mean, he's gonna be able to work with her now that she has decided and made her choice. Yeah, and turned her back on. Fired too. What's that? Did she say she got fired? She was supposed to be a regional coordinator for NESARA for Canada because their government. Because of it, right? Yeah, her government. Well, what happened was. They found out that she was on one of my lists.
sending me information about NESARA. Because they're on my list. They're spies all over my list.
That is awesome.
And so they found out that she was on my list giving me info, and so they fired her. What's that? That was my list at OregonBlasters.com.
No, the young lady that was just speaking with, what was her name, Debbie?
Dana.
Dana.
Oh, yeah, Debbie did call in. Debbie was the one that called in. Dana was the one from Canada.
Okay, that's the girl who worked for NESARA, right?
Yeah, that's the one was working with the NESARA crowd. And, I've been in emails with her for over a year, and she kept just flip-flopping back and forth between what the truth was.
Right.
Was it Jesus or was it these guys? And I just kind of sat back and let her figure it out for herself. I gave her some pointers, and I tried to help her, but I never pushed it down or anything.
It sounds like she enlightened you with some stuff, though, too. It just goes to, to prove that, even though Satan's got his plan, that the Lord, uses it to work against him at the same time. And
yeah. Yeah, it backfired because she was able to see through the garbage, just through information she had been able to read through my sites and having emails from me and knowing what I had to say and what my side of it was, and then reading what they were saying.
Right.
And, it's just going to come down to a lot of people, what's the truth?
Mm-hmm.
And people are going to have to make their own decisions. And a lot of Christians are going to fall for this NESARA thing. A lot of Christians are going to wake up.
You know what? It's absolutely terrifying to think about how many people are going to fall.
Yeah, well, that's why I've been sounding the alarms on what they look like, because their looks alone are going to be deceiving.
Well, I know, I'm aware that the Bible says, where you remarked about they walk amongst us, they eat with us, just like when Lot went in, when the angels went into Lot, they ate with him as an example for us today that they are still among us in these last days.
Well, he's talking about angels, but the ones that come for this NESARA crowd are going to be glorified, these 7-foot-tall beings. They're not going to look like us.
Right. They're
not even going to be anywhere. They're going to be giants.
Now, they're going to be giants. Well, you had remarked earlier that Satan was an angel, but I'm under the understanding that Satan was a cherubim.
Yeah, he was. He was a ranking and ruling cherubim.
Right. And is that what these other big giant things are going to be?
They're still the same thing.
They're the same thing that he was.
Yeah, if you saw the pictures on my site of Sanat Kumara, which is Satan, Lucifer in his glorified form, and I have his pictures on my site. I don't know if they're him.
What about the Greys then?
Oh, the Greys?
Yeah, these little aliens running around.
The Greys and the Dracos. The dragons are originally what Lucifer is in his unglorified form. He's a dragon. The Greys are like the little grudge workers that do all the hybridization and experiments and things like that.
They're not fallen angels.
Yeah, they're all fallen angels. It's just that.
So what you're saying is that fallen angels were many different forms.
Yep.
Huh, that's very interesting.
They're all fallen angels. The ones that fell in the fall that Enoch describes, in the first 10 chapters of the book of Enoch, people can read it at my website at SherryTalkRadio.com, they never lost their looks as part of their judgment. And so they've retained their looks as angels. And that's why they're so deceptive. When Satan fell and took a third of the angels with him, they lost their looks. And so that's why they became these grotesque beings, and where Satan was changed into looking like a dragon. But he can still shape-shift, and the image that he has sold the church all of these years is that he's an ugly and a grotesque being.
Right.
So when he comes as this beautiful, glorified image, because he can shape-shift over to his original self, people won't think it's him.
Oh, no, that makes sense.
There's always a game going. There's always a deception behind every corner.
Amen to that. Of course,
and I'm just sitting here trying to piece all of it together.
He's darn good at it, too. It just amazes me that I had to break my neck and back to come around spiritually. That's another story I'll share with you another time, but I had the calling 12 years ago where I was exposed to the conspiracies of this world, and at that time I didn't have a spiritual foundation.
Right.
It terrified me to my depths of my soul, and that's when I got down on my knees at one time, and I prayed, and I was about to have a baby.